Hi Scorpio, I'm Anisha. You can write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. You can also visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com, and this is your monthly forecast for February 2016. Scorpios, we begin the month with Mars that is highlighting a part of your chart that speaks about you, your dreams, your desires, what it is that you want in life. In fact, this is one of the toughest houses for astrologers to read because your own dreams and desires are very unique to you. Now with Mars coming over there, it's going to be giving you an extra bout of energy and even aggression to a certain extent. I think that for a lot of you, it is, while it's a good time to be starting something new, try not to bite more than you can chew this month, Scorpios. Also, this is a time wherein that you are prone to be more impulsive, argumentative and competitive as well. And this is also a time wherein that you may sort of feel as if the world owes you a living, and there's going to be this entire sense of not just might is right, but you're going to be feeling very justified with your behavior. This entire Martian anger, aggressiveness is going to be making you feel quite justified that I'm right in the way, in the bad behavior, how it is that you intend to deal with the situation that is there. We have Venus and Pluto that is conjuncting, and this is happening in a part of your chart that speaks about travel, it speaks about higher education, and it also speaks about siblings. It's a house of siblings as well. And during this transit, because Pluto is there, it can be that you could be revealing more than it's required, Scorpios. Really, you really don't need to be digging out everything from under the surface and laying it bare for people to know. It's really a time wherein that they could almost be a kind of a compulsion, because Pluto also rules obsessions and compulsions, and you could almost be compelled to repeat the same story over and over and over again. And it can also, the interesting thing of course is that people are going to listen, and it's a time wherein that you are not going to be having any shortage of attention. So you are going to be having plenty of shoulders, not just to cry on, but even willing ears wherein people are happy to listen to your stories over here. The only thing is that there seems to be some amount of, either there's a dispute with siblings or neighbors that is there during this time. Try and sort of nip it in the bud and don't have a huge grudge about it, and thinking that or even feeling extremely wronged during this phase. Whatever it is, even if it's something small, ensure that you sort of diffuse the situation there and then. However, for people who are there in advertising or in sales, it's a brilliant time for you. Or even if you work as a therapist, this transit can sort of really help you nail what it is that is being or not being working in your life, or help you to communicate it really well. Pluto is an extremely slow-moving planet, Scorpios. It takes approximately 240 years to complete one transit, and for some of us, we may not just experience this Venus and Pluto conjunct at all. And during this time, you can find that your romantic and social life and your value system is undergoing a complete transformation. And Pluto is going to be making you sort of relook at your life, Scorpios. It's just no longer the way that you think it needs to be, or the way that you feel it needs to get done. It's just that Pluto is going to be digging up a lot of mess from under the surface, and it's going to be giving it to you and it's something that you won't be able to ignore. So it can be almost like a life, not really a life, but I think that for some of you, you will really change your views as to how it is that you really look at life in a good way. It can be that maybe for a while that you are too used to looking at things in your own way or through the blinkers, and you've been refusing to look at any other perspective at all. And relationships during this time can have a sort of a compulsive quality, because with Pluto being over there, and you may be seeking that kind of, whether it's intimacy or that compulsiveness or that obsession in a relationship. We have Venus that is squaring Uranus in your house of work, daily routines and health. And Uranus over here is, unfortunately, presence is going to be throwing you a curveball, and it's going to be shaking up a lot of stuff for you as far as your day-to-day chores are concerned. You may just find that you're just not able to focus on anything, or that your schedules keep changing, or the appointments keep moving, or there seems to be some sense of whether it is being erratic in the day-to-day schedules, or you may just even find that people around you are just being extremely unpredictable. So it's a time wherein that it's really at the root of it. It's speaking about your attitude towards how it is that you deal with people at work, and how it is that you treat your health or even your day-to-day routine. And Uranus over here, when it comes in and shakes these things at the bottom, is basically asking you to change. It's asking you to transform. So it's a time, Scorpios, wherein that you are being asked to sort of change. You're being asked to break away from the confines of how it is that you've been used to thinking, or how it is that you've been used to believing, or having, say, a fixed perspective about your life. And during this time, stay fluid or have a plan B, because your work hours may get fairly erratic or even non-traditional, and you may find that you are either working with people who are very erratic, or they're not keeping up the appointments, or there seems to be some amount of a general fluidity that is there. We have a new moon that is there, and there's a new moon that is it's happening in your house of home. It's in the house of your parents, your mother. It's a house of Cancer. And the new moon over here, it speaks about your home and your family. And on the personal developmental level, it's a time not just to listen to what it is in your gut, but also to pay homage to that. And what is it? Questions like what it is that makes you feel safe? What is it that... it's a good time to be exploring your own inner security as well, Scorpios. And even though this house is traditionally, it's associated with home, the structural home, but it's really, it speaks about your support system. It speaks about emotional security to a certain level. So all these questions are, and because it's a new moon, it's a great time to be making long range plans for the future, for your kids, for your family, and to be sort of be doing all kinds of remodeling for home environment, or for any family related activities. So there seems to be a lot of action about home. Some of you could be buying a new house. Some of you could be shifting a home. It speaks about some amount of moving, or even a renovation, I think, to a certain extent, of a new house. It speaks about some amount of buying, selling, leasing, or renting of a real estate during this time. We have Sun that is conjuncting Neptune around the 20th. This is once in a year transit, and it's happening. It's lighting up your house of love, Scorpio. How beautiful is it? Now the good thing is that during this time, your romantic life seems to be really colorful and rich, and you could be feeling really romantic, but you could also be feeling somewhat prone to self-deception during this time. And maybe you're seeing somebody you love, rather than, you want to see the person through your own eyes rather than what the person is. And Neptune is causing this entire air of deception around it, because there seems to be this, you seem to be quite an idea with the love itself, Scorpios. And during this time you can find love very romantic. You may just feel that you want to sacrifice your entire life for somebody. So all these things all this sense of, whether it's self-deception, delusion, you're going to be quite, I won't say enjoying it, but I think there seems to be a sense of wanting to be with that emotion. You could be quite convinced that this is how it is, and this is how it is that you feel. You could also find yourself falling in love with somebody who's absolutely unattainable, or you could find yourself being in love with somebody who needs to be saved, and you could you could be enjoying this entire drama a bit too much, Scorpios. So the advice for you is that Neptune is not really, it's not making you look at things the way that they are. Maybe you're putting up the person really up high on a pedestal, and it's not required to. Maybe you are you're reading too much into it than you should be. So the trick is really to detach yourself, to move yourself away from the situation, and then to look at it for what it is. And it is just that your own sense of being in love with love itself can cause quite a few problems for you this month. So just try and use some caution as far as this is concerned, and it is something that can just sort of leave you pining and yearning for something which is not only attainable, but it can just cause some unnecessary confusion. And because this also house rules your children, I think this entire thing can be avoided if you can just sort of detach yourself, step back, and give it another look. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Scorpios. I'll see you again next month, and thank you so much for watching.